हरिः ओम् आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणाम् आकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुभावं सस्तनोभिः व्यसेम देवहितै यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अग्ने नय सुपथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देवि वयनानि विद्वान् युजोद्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेन भो इष्टां ते नमः मुक्तिं विदेम ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसि जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषभ्योऽधिव्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्धीं धेनुर्वोढान्नड्वान् आसु सप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णारते स्थाः सभेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतु फलवत्यो न वोषधयः पच्यन्तां योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुः स्तोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वो ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणम् अस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओं नमस्ते गुरु म्यूट ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಗುರುಜಿ
शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्न उपशान्तये अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदं तं भक्तानाम् एकदं तं उपास्महे ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे कृष्णं कमलपत्राक्षं पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनं वासुदेवं जगद्योनिं नौमि नारायणं हरिम् ॐ देवी प्रपन्नार्तिहरे प्रसीद मातः जगतां जगतोऽखिलस्य प्रसीद विश्वेश्वरि पाहि विश्वं त्वमीश्वरी देवी चराचरस्य या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः तामुपैहि महाराजा शरणं परमेश्वरीम् आराधिता सैव नॄणां भोगस्वर्गापवर्गदा. So Durga Parameswari is in war with the Asura Sainyam. She is fighting and battling, and all that is going on. And still, she is not tired. She is always very pleasant in her face, never disturbed, but it's only Mahishasura and his troop of people. They are anxious to kill her, however, it is as far as possible. So let the war keep going. But meanwhile, I got an idea that long years back, one of the Paramacharyas from Sringeri has composed Sharada Ashtakam, uh, which is of Sringeri Sharada, who is simply glowful, and we all invoke the Karuna, the grace and blessings of Devi Sharadamba, who is residing on the Tunga river, on the bank of the Tunga river. And so these are really simple 6 slokas or so, Ashtakam slokas, where you understand the complete picture and greatness of Devi Sharadamba. And all people keep going and coming, but I don't know how many people are aware of the slokas or kirti that has been prized by one of the Paramacharyas, Sringera Pithadipatis, composed it, probably Narasimha Bharati or somebody, I don't remember because it's not acknowledged there. So I wish anybody could choose to repeat, and it will be a permanent asset for all people to win the grace of Goddess Saraswati. Actually, in our own journey in Durga Saptasati, after Madhyama Charitam, we are embarking upon the third one, Tritiya Charitam, where Durgamma becomes the Mahasaraswati. Saraswati means flow, activity, especially when she was to combat with these tough Rakshasas, Sumbani Sumbhas, who wanted to marry her, or one of them she can. So they left the choice to Durgamma. Amma, if you look very nice, very beautiful, and we are Maharajas, so Ratnahari to Parthivaha. So you being a Ratna, Sri Ratna par excellence, we want to, you can marry one of us or both of us or anything like that. So they offered, but Durga Parameswari did not agree, and she put a condition that she had taken a oath, and so on. That story we are going to go through. But now let us think of Saraswati, who is installed in Sringeri, one of the 4 Pithas, originally installed by Acharya Sankara, and to improve, to establish, to continue the Sanatan Dharmam. So I think, I don't know, Sivalingaya or somebody, please repeat. Sri Sringeri Sharadamba Yai Namaha.
Om Sringeri Saradambhaye Namaha. Om
Sringat
Om
Sringatri.
Sringeri Sharadambaye Namaha.
Now repeat. Sringatri Madhya.
ಹೇಳಿ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗಯ್ಯ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತೀನಿ. ಶೃಂಗಾದ್ರಿ ಮಧ್ಯ.
Sringatri.
ಶಿವಲಿಂಗಯ್ಯ ಹೇಳಿ, ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತೀನಿ.
Shingadrimadhyah Shingadrimadhyah
Avirajamanam.
Avirajamanam Avirajamanam
Bhakteshta Visrana Kalpavallim. Bhakteshta Visrana.
Bhaktestra Visrana Kalpavalli Bhaktestra Visrana Kalpavalli
Tunga Saratira Vihara Saktam.
Tunga Vihara Shakta
Tunga Saratira.
Shunga Saratira
Vihara Saktam.
Vihara Shaktam विहारशक्ताम्
तां विहारसक्तां
विहारशक्ताम् विहारशक्ताम्
ईशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि
श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि
श्रीशङ्कराचार्य
श्रीशङ्कराचार्य श्रीशङ्कराचार्य
वरप्रदात्रीं
निरत्रधात्रे
वर वर
वरप्रधात्रे वरप्रधात्रे
तच्छिष्ययोगीन्द्र
सच्चिष्ययोगीन्द्र सच्चिष्ययोगीन्द्र
वरार्चिताङ्घ्रीं वरार्चिताङ्घ्रीं
वरार्चिताङ्ग्रे वरार्चिताङ्ग्रे
वेदान्तवेद्यां
निरान्तवेद्यां
वेदा वेदान्तवेद्यां
वेदान्तवेद्यां वेदान्तवेद्यां
जगत्सवित्रीं
भगत्सवित्रीं
त्रिजगत्सवित्रीं
त्रिजगत्सवित्रीं त्रिजगत्सवित्रीं
शारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि
श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि
मन्दस्मिता
मन्दस्मिता मन्दस्मिता
वाञ्छितवक्त्ररम्याम्
वाञ्छितवस्त्ररम्यां वाञ्छितवस्त्ररम्यां
क्षीराब्धिफेना
क्षीराब्धिपेनां क्षीराब्धिपेनां
क्षीराब्धिफेनाभमरालवाहाम्
क्षीराब्धिपेलां मरामवातां
मरालवाहाम्
मरालवाहां
मरालवाहाम्
मरालवाहां
मृणालतन्तूज्ज्वला
विराल
मृणाल मृणालतन्तूज्ज्वल
मृणालतन्तुर्जल मृणालतन्तुर्जल
पट्टिवस्त्राम्
पट्टिवस्त्रां पट्टिवस्त्रां
शारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि
श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि
शास्त्रेषु सर्वेष्वपि
शास्त्रेषु सर्वेषुभिः शास्त्रेषु
सर्वेषु
सर्वेषुभिः
सर्वेष्वपि सिद्धिधात्रीं
सर्वेष्वपि सिद्धिदात्रे सर्वेष्वपि सिद्धिदात्रे
रम्यसत्काव्य
रम्यसत्काव्यां रम्यसत्काव्यां
निदानभूतां
निधानभूतां निधानभूतां
सङ्गीतनृत्यादि
अगीतनृत्यादि
सङ्गीतनृत्यादि
सङ्गीतनृत्यादि
कला
सङ्गीत
कलास्वरूपां
कलास्वरूपां कलास्वरूपां
शारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि
श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि
इन्द्रादिदेवाधिप
इन्द्रादिदेवाधिपाः इन्द्रादिदेवाधिपाः
विन्द्यमानां
इन्द्यमानां
वन्द्यमानां
इन्द्यमानां
वन्द्यमानां
वन्द्यमानां वन्द्यमानां
योगीन्द्रहृन्मानस
Yogindra Yunmanasam Yogindra Yunmanasam
Rajahamsim
Rajaamsim Rajaamsim
Brahmantaram
Brahmantaram Brahmantaram
Grollasana Pravinam
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Grollasana
ಬೃಹೋರ್ಲಶನ ಬೃಹೋರಶನ
Pravinam
ರವೀಣಾಂ ರವೀಣಾಂ
Sharadambam
ಶ್ರೀ ಶಾರದಾಂಬಾಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಶಾರದಾಂಬಾಂ
Sirasa Namami
ಶಿರಸಾ ನಮಾಮಿ ಶಿರಸಾ ನಮಾಮಿ
Dorbhiryukta Chaturbhihi
ದೌರ್ಭಿರ್ಯುಕ್ತಾ ದೌರ್ಭಿರ್ಯುಕ್ತಾಃ
Chaturbhihi
ಚತುರ್ಭಿಃ ಚತುರ್ಭಿಃ
Vibhasamanam
ಸುಖಾಸ
Pravibhasamanam
ಪ್ರವಿಭಾಷಮಾನಾಂ ಪ್ರವಿಭಾಷಮಾನಾಂ
Swankahita
ಸ್ವಾಂಖಾಹಿತಾಃ ಸ್ವಾಂಖಾಹಿತಾಃ
Rojvala
ಪ್ರೋಜ್ವಲ ಪ್ರೋಜ್ವಲ
Ramya Veenam
ರಮ್ಯವೀಣಾಂ ರಮ್ಯವೀಣಾ
Kshirodaphenadhika
ಕ್ಷೀರೋಧಪೇನಾಧಿಕ ಕ್ಷೀರೋಧಪೇನಾಧಿಕ
Subhrakayam
ಶುಭ್ರಕಾಯಾಂ ಶುಭ್ರಕಾಯಾಂ
Sharadambam Sirasa Namami
ಶ್ರೀ ಶಾರದಾಂಬಾಂ ಶಿರಸಾ ನಮಾಮಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಶಾರದಾಂಬಾಂ ಶಿರಸಾ ನಮಾಮಿ
Yasyaha Prasadat
ಯಸ್ಯಾಹ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್ ಯಸ್ಯಾಹ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್
Vayo Bhavanti
ವಯೋ ಭವಂತಿ
Avayo
ತವಯೋ ಭವಂತಿ ತವಯೋ ಭವಂತಿ
Yasya Prasadat
ಸತ್ಯ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್ ಸತ್ಯ ಪ್ರಸಾ ಯಸ್ಯ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್ ಯಸ್ಯ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್
Yo Bhavanti Sudhiyo Bhavanti
ಧಿಯೋ ಭವಂತಿ ಸುಧಿಯೋ ಭವಂತಿ
Yaha Prasadat
ಯಾಹ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್ ಯಾಹ
Yasyaha Prasadat
ಯಸ್ಯಾಹ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್ ಯಸ್ಯಾಹ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್
Munayo Bhavanti Munayo Bhavanti
ಮುನಯೋ ಭವಂತಿ ಮುನಯೋ ಭವಂತಿ
Sharadambam Sirasa Namami
ಶ್ರೀ ಶಾರದಾಂಬಾಂ ಶಿರಸಾ ನಮಾಮಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಶಾರದಾಂಬಾಂ ಶಿರಸಾ ನಮಾಮಿ
Yasyaha Krupalesha
ಯಸ್ಯಾಹ ಕೃಪಾಲೇಶ ಯಸ್ಯಾಹ ಕೃಪಾಲೇಶ
Vivarjitasyat
ವಿವರ್ಧಿ ಸತ್ಯಾಸು ವಿವರ್ಧಿ ತಸ್ಯಾಸು
Dharodharayam
ಧರೋಧರಾಯಾಂ ಧರೋಧರಾಯಾಂ
Subhis Samanaha
ಸುಭಿಃ ಸಮಾನಃ ಸುಭಿಃ
Pashubhihi
ಸುಭಿಃ
Pashubhihi Samanaha
ಪಶುಭಿಃ ಸಮಾನಃ ಪಶುಭಿಃ ಸಮಾನಃ
Chakramadhyahita
ಈ ಚಕ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹಿತಾಃ ಈ ಚಕ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹಿತಾಃ
Sannidhanam
ಸನ್ನಿಧಾನಾಂ ಸನ್ನಿಧಾನಾಂ
Sharadambam
ಶ್ರೀ ಶಾರದಾಂಬಾಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಶಾರದಾಂಬಾಂ
Sirasa Namami
ಶಿರಸಾ ನಮಾಮಿ शिरसा नमामि।
Sri Shankaracharya
श्रीशङ्कराचार्य श्रीशङ्कराचार्य
Virachitam
विरचितं
Sri Sharadam
विरचितं
Virachitam Sri Sharadambashtakam
श्रीशारदाम्बाष्टकं श्रीशारदाम्बाष्टकं
Sampurnam
सम्पूर्णं सम्पूर्णं
Sringeri Sharada
शृङ्गेरी शारदा
Prasada
शृङ्गेरी शृङ्गेरी
Sharada
शारदाः
Prasada Siddhirastu
प्रसादसिद्धिरस्तु प्रसादसिद्धिरस्तु
Samasta Sanmangalani Bhavantu
समस्तसन्मङ्गलानि भवन्तु सन्मङ्गलानि भवन्तु।
So an acharya has given me this initiation or slokams in 1964 at Dharwad when I was doing my MA, and that has been preserved, and today I am able to communicate and pass on to you all. This is a very rare composition of 8 slokas where the entirety of the personality, glow and grace and blessings of Sringeri Sarada. You can have it. And whoever visits Sringeri Saradamba, she is so attractive and she is so blessing. And in fact, you want to see that Sringeri Sarada being installed almost the same. I think if you go to Kolar Sankar Matham, well, I had gone sometime to give a talk there, but I saw Amvaru, Sringeri Sarada, the same print and very beautiful, very vibrating and all that. So today, of course, the Durga Saptasati class, I felt like introducing this Sringeri Sharadamba grace upon all of us as Durgamma is fighting and all that. Now we go back to our continuation of our series where Durga Parameswari is keeping on fighting. So we are in this sloka number 60, and you know the way 60 of the second chapter of Madhyama Charitam, and so I'm just reciting, and please repeat. Ve muscha kechit 59th sloka. Ve muscha kechitu
वे मुश्च केचित् वे वे मुश्च केचिद्रो
dhiram musalena
धिरं मुशलेन धिरं मुशलेन
rudhiram blood rudhiram
रुधिरं रुधिरं मुशलेन रुधिरं मुशलेन
भृशं hataha
वृषम् अताः वृषम् अताः
एचिन्निपतिता भूमौ
के चिन्निपतिता भूमौ के चिन्निपतिता भूमौ
भिन्नाः शूलेन वक्षसि
भिन्नाः शूलेन वक्षसि भिन्ना शूलेन वक्षसि
निरन्तराः शरौघेण
निरन्तराः शरोघेण निरन्तरा शरोघेण
कृताः केचित्
कृताः केचित्
रणाजिरे
द्रणाजिरे द्रणाजिरे
दिनानुकारिणः प्राणान्
सेनानुकारिणः प्राणान् सेनानुकारिणः प्राणान्
मुमुचुः त्रिदशार्दनाः
मुमुचुः त्रिदशार्धनाः मुमुचुः त्रिदशार्धनाः
केषाञ्चित् बाहवश्चिन्नाः
केषाञ्चिद्भाववश्चिन्नाः केषाञ्चिद्भाववश्चिन्नाः
बाहवः
भावहश्चिन्नाः
बाहवः shoulders
भाववश्चिन्नाः
चिन्
भावः Chinna
Chinnagrivaha tatha pare.
Chinna Grivas Tata Pare Chinna Grivas Tata Pare
Niramsi peturanyesham.
Shiramshi Peturanyesham Shiramsi Peturanyesham
Anye madhye vidaritaha.
Manye Madhye Vidaritah Manye Madhye Vidaritah
Vichinna janghaha tu apare.
Vichchinna Jangat Apare Vichchinna Jangat Vapare
Vetururvyam mahasuraha.
Peturuvyam Mahasuraha Peturuvyam Mahasuraha
Ekabahu
Ekabahu Ekabahu
akshicharanaha kechitu.
Akshi Charana Kechitu Akshi Charana Kechitu
Devya dvidha kritaha.
Devya Dvidha Krutaha Devya Dvidha Krutaha
Chinnepi cha anye.
Chinnepi cha Anye Chinnepi cha Anye
Sirasi patitaha.
Shirasi Patitaha Shirasi Patitaha
Punaruthitaha.
Punaruttithaha Punaruttithaha
So this is what the war description, that Ammavaru and her Sainyam, Shakti Sainyam, they were very active in the Rakshasa Samharam, because Rakshasa Samharam is negativity. And how best, in how many manners you can get rid of the negativity which is present. See, when this description we are reading, we are only to get the suggestion that negativity can be removed, can be destroyed, can be eliminated in many manners. There is not one way how you can become free from all the attacks. And in different directions, the evil that is there in our mind will try to disturb us, make us frightened, make us unhappy, and all that. So, Ammavaru is composed, and therefore she has these things. See, when Ammavaru hit the enemies with the musalam, and then see, then they vomited blood, some people. And some people just fell down on the ground. And some people got torn or slain at the chest and fell down on the ground. And because of the constant flow of the or rain of the arrows, 60 sloka, nirantaraha saraughena, ogha is samuha. Because of the incessant flow of the rain of the vanas, or that they're all in the war ground, and they were all unable to stand the force of the arrows coming towards them, and they just gave up themselves their life. And who are these Rakshasas? They are those who are trying to attack the positivity. That is the Asur, they are called the Ardhanaha. Those people who want to suppress, who want to attack all that good and dharma and all that. All such people are one by one or in groups were destroyed by the arrows. Large number of arrows are simultaneously released. Probably if you were to witness some old classical movies, Kirata, like Pandaviyam or Mahabharata Yuddham and all that, you can see they employ one arrow, but that one arrow becomes many arrows, and they will kill many people at that. That's exactly the Mahavidya, Dhanurvidya, in which Rama was a Vishnata. That's why you always talk about the Kodanda of Rama, because though he was alone, he employed only one arrow, but the 14,000 Rakshasas or Kharadushanas were simply done with. So that's why here also Banaughaina, the Augha Banaugha was able to make many, many Rakshasas fall on the ground dead, mumurcha, that they themselves have to give up the life. And it's coming to that, Rakshasas are also bhaktas. And some more people, because of the arrows, they fell down on the ground. That is, I'm talking about 61. Bahavaha kesham chinnaha. For some people, their shoulders or hands have been separated from them or cut off, and some people got their griva, their neck separated from their bodies, and some people got their head injured and they fell down on the ground, and some other people have got their body cut at the middle of the point. Madhye vidarita. Vidarana means slain, cut off. And some people, vichinna janghaha, some people lost their, got their jangha, the thighs and the feet cut off, knees cut off, and they fell down on the ground, and Uryam Mahasuraha. So they are all Mahasuras, very great chieftains among the Mahishasura Sainyam. Such great people got themselves cut off their legs, and because their movement is paralyzed and they can no more go, and they fell down on the ground. See, the description of the war is really fascinating and entertaining, and also giving us some kind of methodology also. For example, in Ramayana, if you go to the Yuddhakanda, that Kumbhakarna was terrible. He was something like a Brahmin. So we have got one beautiful novel written by Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift or so. Lilliputians and also Brobdingnagians. That is, they're all very tall, strong people. Lilliputians are very small people. They cannot be even like the ants. So, but there was a war between them, and ultimately the Lilliputians won the war. So I just remember that. So here, even when Kumbhakarna was coming, and he was simply trampling down large number of Vanaraviras, and he was such a majestic, powerful, strong personality. His movement in the war ground was itself a great danger for all the Vanara Sainyam. Then Jambavan or somebody comes to Rama and says, no, you first cut off his legs and he will fall down on the ground. Later on, we can kill him. So how Kumbhakarna was put out? Because Kumbhakarna's legs were separated. As a result, he fell down on the ground. His movement was that. Even when he fell down on the ground, so many Rakshasas were crushed. So many Vanaras are crushed and all Sainyam. So that's why you observe Mahasuraha Urvyam Petuhu Vichinna Janghaha. See, they got their jangha or legs being cut off by the arrows of Devi and they were Shaktis. And there are also other kind of Rakshasas, especially the Rakshasas are not beautiful. They want to be, they become beautiful because of they have got the Shakti. Basically, all Rakshasas are very, very ugly, powerful, cruel, etc. So we have got, and among the Rakshasas also there are Brahma Rakshasas. They are far more dangerous than other. So Rakshasaha, Brahma Rakshasaha, and etc. So Mahasuraha, they are all there. But this in the second line of the sloka number 62, you see there are also Rakshasas who are Vikaras. For example, in Ramayana also we have got such Rakshasas. Kabandha is a grand example. So there are Rakshasas who are having only one shoulder, one eye, and one foot. And So all this kind of Rakshasas are also not spared by Devi. They were also divided, got cut at the middle, and they all fell down on the ground. And moreover, some of the Rakshasas, their head was separated from their body, and such Rakshasas whose head was removed from their body, and they again became live and started standing and also attacking Parameswari. See, Rakshasa Yuddha is not easy. As you understand here, in how many ways they use their magic, their Tirodhana Vidya, we can understand. Sincerely, in Ramayana, when we compare the war in Ramayana, the war that Durga Parameswari did with the Rakshasas, there is a lot of good comparison. So this warfare and also the weapons, shastrastras, which are being used while war by these people is a very fascinating knowledge for us. Because war has also ethics. One cannot be ruthless in war. When the sunset takes place, you have to stop the Ranakatha. And again, when the morning happens, you have to start something like the office work. So, Yuddha is also like the office work, which has been stipulated by the hours. But sometimes the Rakshasas, they don't stop even though it is night, because the Rakshasas are more stronger in the night time than daytime. Rakshasaha Kutayodhinaha anta. And moreover, Rakshasas become doubly stronger and skillful in the night time. Therefore, Lakshmi Narasimha Swami has fought with the Hiranyakasipu both day and night. You understand? So both day and night, Swami Narasimhavataram, Mahavishnu had no leisure at all. He had to fight with Hiranyakasipu. And Hiranyakasipu is the toughest enemies of toughest. Highly toughest enemy he is. So to kill Hiranyakasipu was not at all an easy or control. Hiranyakasipu was not an easy task. So he somehow, Narasimha, in the 8th skandam of Bhagavatam, you find a beautiful, unnerving description of the fight between Narasimha Swami and Hiranyakasipu. So when we want to explore knowledge about the war fought by our earlier people or avatars of Vishnu or avatars of Mahadeva, Adishakti Swarupini, and all that, then you can see the knowledge of the warfare is very ancient. See, our Sanatana Dharma or our Vedas talk about the antiquity of the technology and know-how of the trade, like warfare or even navigation or travel by on water, and so many things. Nothing is new. Even flying in the air. See, we have got that. Vimana Shastram, Bharadwaja or some. So everything is not new to our Indians. That's why Valmiki Maharshi is very intelligent. He said, "Aya, whatever you are doing is not at all anything innovation. It is already there, but it's up to you to uncover that. See, if you uncover that, that is research. And as long as it is, everything is secret, everything is clouded. That's why Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarotu. These 3 lines tell you the research program which all generations of people have got to be engaged. Generation to generation, there are newer and new. These days, we are all knowing artificial intelligence, AI. There are so many seminars and so many things are going on with AI. In fact, my grandson went to Houston for the international workshop on the robos. People from various countries, from high schools, came and they went on demonstrating. He was telling, I was wondering how without opening the lung of the body, They were able to find out any difficulty or any infection or anything inside the lung. Actually, in 60s, I remember one of the professors of Sanskrit had a lot of problems and BP and lung and all that. So our doctors had, surgeons had advised him to find out, to diagnose what is wrong with his lung. They wanted to open the lung and find out, but they did not agree. But I mean, that was the earlier times. But present times, the difference is different. So the robotic surgeries that are being practiced now will tell you, will simplify things and you tell you all those things. So in our ancient knowledge, Vedic sciences, among the Vedic sciences, this particular war science is important because you are able to know in how many ways the Rakshasas will come and attack. At the same time, in how many ways you can put them down in the war. You cannot always cut off their head and all that. ಯಾರನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಂಹಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ಸಂಹಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ, ಆ ವಾರ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಜಾಬ್. ಸೊ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು ದುರ್ಗಾ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರಿ, ದುರ್ಗಾರ್ತಿ ನಾಶಿನಿ, ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಸೇ ದಟ್, అది చెప్పిన తర్వాత దుర్గా ఆర్తి మీన్స్ రాక్షసులందరూ దుర్గులే. అంటే దుఃఖేన గంతుం యోగ్యాః. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ హార్డ్ టు కిల్ ఎ రాక్షస. And you know that when Rama and Lakshmana were fighting with the with the Ravana Sainyam, Indrajit was the very powerful enemy, and he was fighting in all manners. But Lakshmana was to face Indrajit. As Indrajit was facing and fighting with Lakshmana, suddenly Indrajit disappeared, and Lakshmana was confused. Where is the enemy? Where has he gone? Then immediately that Vibhishana comes. No, the enemy has gone to perform Nikumbhila Yaga. If he completes with Purnahuti, Nikumbhila Yaga becomes doubly invincible. It will be a deadly problem for you. So, what Vibhishana said, you be fighting with other Rakshasas, and I will go and see that what is going on. So he also used that Antardhana Vidya and went to saw his Ravana's son Chindrajit being busy in conducting the Nikumbhila Yaga. And then Vibhishana went and chided so much that he broke that performance of Yajna, came back to the battlefield because he has not done the homam complete. So he was killed easily by Indrajit. That too, putting the Rama's power also in the arrow. This is exactly the Mula Mantram of Ramayana. Dharmatma Satyasandhascha Ramo Dasarathir Yadi Paurushecha Pratidvandvaha Sharainam Jahi Ravanim. Shara Enam Ravanim Jahi. With this final arrow charged with the power of Rama, which is the Mula Mantra Shakti or Mula Shakti of Ramayana, then when employed, with that Indrajit was done. That's why even today, if at all we recite this slokam with this Mula Mantram of Ramayana, it is as good as making the entire Ramayana Parayanam done. So, Dasarathir Yadi Jahi Ravana, because we come across a lot of Ravanis, that is enemies, disappointments, failures, and no reply. All these things will make our mind and activity paralyzed. So, when you say Rama is this and that, Sadharmatma Satyasandhascha Ramo Dasarathir Paurushecha Apratidvandvaha Sarainam Jahi Ravanim. Similarly, Sita Devi also, not only the Lakshmana, even Sita also used the Mahima and Dharmika Shakti and etc. of Rama, and then only she was able to see Hanuman, and she told it is easy, but Rama won't be happy if I kill Ravanasura with my Pativratya Mahima. But so I'm giving chance for the arrows. and bow of Rama. So, like that, here also the Rakshasas are coming to attack in different manners, and they are not bothered about their status, whether they have got one eye or one bahu or one leg or whatever. But all of them are pouncing because their Raja Bhakti. They have so much of bhakti and favoring the Mahishasura. They wanted to exhibit. It is an opportunity for them to show out their Rashtra Bhakti and Raja Bhakti and also their Bhakti. And also they are in heart of hearts, all Rakshasas don't want to continue to live because they are all doing the Himsa Krutya. Because they are called they are all loving himsa, and how long one can do himsa, it is always acquiring more and more sin. So all these Rakshasas come to war ground and they fight with Amma, and all those who are killed by Amma's arrows, I mean, they are just getting the moksham, Veera Sargam and moksham. So here you observe in this sloka, Chinne pichanye sarasi patitaha punaruthitaha Nandrutuscha apare tatra yuddhe turya laya asritaha. Constantly there will be band set. That band set means turya and trumpet and damaruk. I mean, there are war musical instruments which are making high sound accompanying the yuddha, because yuddhotsaha they call it. Yuddhotsaha, Virotsaha, Samarotsaha, these are all the things. Utsaha means enthusiasm. That is, one has to enthuse oneself in spite of the injury caused to him by the enemy or by anybody. Therefore, they should not care the injury, but they should only fight up to the fall of the last drop of the blood. Yasova Mrutyurva is the motto of soldiers going to the war. Because soldier means never care your life, but care the protection and security of this country. Desha Bhakti. So they have got not their Prana Bhakti, they have got Desha Bhakti. So that spirit. So even though these Rakshasas were cut off of their head, but they are all called Yatudhanaha. There is another name for Rakshasas is Yatudhanaha. Yatu means black magic. Yatu means harmful magic. So they're all magicians. Therefore, and they also did lot of penance and got the boon from Brahmadeva or somebody that even though their heads are cut off, they must come back to life and then work out. And that kind of varam is being acquired by all these Rakshasas, and therefore they became a terrible fellows. In fact, even in Ramayana, if at all, we can make a beautiful comparison of the battle between, we found in the battle description in Ramayana and the battle description in Durga Saptasati. That is Markandeya Purana, Markandeya Maharshi. But when you enter into the Saundar Lahari department, so calm and quiet. Ammavaru is very, very pleasant and gracing Saundarya. But when you talk about Durga Saptasati, and even when Lalita Sahasranam also, she is a warrior. Though she is sitting in the air-conditioned chambers and all in all, but she is Mukhya Shakti Sena, Bhanda Suravadhodvadhodjukta Mukti Sena, Samavruta Yai Namo Namaha, Bhanda Suravadhodjukta. So she cannot simply retire and relax. She is born Devakarya Samujjata. Who is that? Bhandasura. The very word Bhanda tells you that how stubborn, how difficult it is. Bhandasura, Mahishasura, Sumbhanisambha, and also Vrutrasura, and Hiranyakasipu, Hiranyaksha. Well, these are all very, very, very tough Rakshasas who cannot easily be meddled by any humans or any ordinary god. Therefore, Paramatma himself has to come because they gave life to them, they gave wounds to them. So I think of making a comparison, or you can even think of comparison from Yuddha Kanda description and also the Durga Saptasati chapters, relevant chapters, where there is a warfare, where there is war descriptions. Yuddha Varnana is there, or Yuddha activity is there. So Yuddhotsaha is never dampening at all. Anybody who is in the war ground has to sustain the yuddhotsaha until he becomes a victor or he loses the battle. Therefore, with here you see all these Rakshasas whose head was cut off and who had their deformities and disease, all that, they again came back to life and started dancing. Nandrutuschapare tatra yuddhe Turya Laya Asritaha. Turya is the war instrument, musical instrument, and even there is also Laya. Laya is the rhythm, rhyme and rhythm. So music is known for rhyme and rhythm. Without rhyme and rhythm in the music, it is something like people were telling surgery without anesthesia anta. No, doctor ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. Now doctor, a music surgery without anesthesia, imagine. So Turya Laya Asritaha means you can imagine any musical instrument you take up, it has got to have that kind of observance of Laya. That's why Raga, Laya, for any music, we have got to consider all these things. Gita, Vajja, Nrutya, Sangeeta, and all these things have got to form a rhyme and rhythm. So, Turya, Laya, Asritaha, that is, even when they are dancing, Nanrutuhu, they are dancing, but there is not any kind of apastruti or apa step being put. This was also a kind of entertainment to others. And now I am coming to the 64 sloka. Yes, Sivalingaya, please tell. Kabandhaha chinna sirasaha.
Kabandaha chinna shirasaha. Kabandaha chinna shirasaha.
Khadga shakti.
Kadga shakti. Kadga shakti.
Mushtipanayah.
Mustipanayah. Mustipanayah.
Tishtha tishtha iti bhashanto.
Tishta tishteti bhashanto. Tishta tishteti bhashanto.
Devi manye.
Devi manye. Devi manye.
Mahasuraha.
Mahasuraha. Mahasuraha.
Paditya ratanagascha.
Patitai ratanaghascha. Patitai ratanaghascha.
Vaira suraischa vasundhara.
Vaira Sureishcha Vasundhara. Vaira Sureishcha Vasundhara.
Agamya sa bhavat tatra.
Agamya sa abhavat tatra. Agamya sa abhavat tatra.
Yatra bhut samaharanaha.
Yatsa bhut samaharan aranaha. Yatsa bhut samaaranaha.
Shonitaughah.
Shonitauga. Shonitauga.
Mahanadyah.
Mahanadhya. Mahanadhya.
Sadyah tatra prasusruvuhu.
Sadhyastatra prasusruhu. Sadhyastatra prasusruhu.
Madhye chasura sainyasya.
Madhye chasura sainyasya. Madhye chasura sainyasya.
Varanasuravajinam.
Varanasuravajinam. Varanasuravajinam.
So those Rakshasas, Mahasuras, they went on shouting in the war to Devi, stop, stop, be available, don't run away. They think that Amavaru is trying to evade all these people in her battle spree. Therefore, you observe, Tishta Tishteti Kabandhaha Chinna, no, Nandrutuschaparayato, Kabandhaha Chinna Sirasaha Khadga Sektrushti Panayaha Sektishta Tishta iti Bhashantaha Devim Mahasuraha Anye Bhasantah. You look at it, some people got their head cut off, and they were only having the kabandha, with the body without head. They are called kabandhas. And they were all having sword, shakti, and mushti ready to fight with Devi and kill her and attack her and beat her very much. So, the Mahasuras were shouting to Amavaru, saying that, no, 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 Tishta, Tishta, stay on, ಇರು ನಾನು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಸಂಹಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಭಾಷಂತಹ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಭಾಷಾ. ಭಾಷಾ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡೈಲಾಗ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ದಿ ಡೈಲಾಗ್ given to all people were given the dialogue asking that Devi not to run away or disappear, because from their angle they were thinking that Devi is afraid of the Rakshasas, especially Mahasuras, who are having no head but just with kabandhas, but still because they have got the hands and they were able to hold on these war implements and trying to ask her to stop and fight to Mahasura. So among the Sainyam of Mahishasura, there are large number of great warriors who are very tough to be met with. That's why Mahasura, hundreds of them are there. That's why Pushpadanta, I believe, has written, I understand why at all he has to write appreciation of the Mahishamardini Devi Durga. Ayagiri Nandini Nandita Modini Vishnu Vinodini Chistunute Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramya Kapardini Sailasute. See, Ramya Kapardini Sailasute Mahishasura Mardini. These three compliments to Mamavaru tell her determined strength and enthusiasm to fight with all the Rakshasas, howsoever they are, however they are, and see that the entire Rakshasa world is being suppressed and are removed, and there is a peace. That's why in Durga Saptasati, every word is a mantra, Mula mantra, and every line is a Mula mantra. Therefore, all the 700 slokas, which also contain simple sentences, Om Rushirvacha Swaha, Om Devyuvacha Swaha, Om. So, ee taraha small sentence also is a powerful, generative, vibrant energy which will come back to you in protection. That's why Durga Saptasati Homam or Durga Home or Chandi Path Home and all that is very, very powerful, and that will definitely, we have performed in Veda Adhyayana Kendra, I think more than 2-3 times in our 30 years of journey. Of course, Soundar Lahari is very calm and pleasant. He's kept on going and all that. So you see that Durga Homam is not simple. It is having a very, very great generative power. We have seen when once we performed that, Ammavaru comes with sitting on the lion, holding a banner, and with that, and also that. So we have seen in the 11th temple, Chicago, after Durga home done with the Sandi Patha, so many people had come, more than one. So ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಪೂರ್ಣಾಹುತಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ I have noticed Ammavaru coming there and immediately called some people. They took a photograph of that Ammavaru Jaya Durga, because many people, whoever had gathered, Jai Durga, Jai Durga, Jai Durga, they went on shouting. So that Ninada made Ammavaru cannot keep quiet. She just made her presence in the Yagnavedi, and it was a wonderful sight for that. They put that photograph also in the website of that, because one of the important persons of the temple are our Veda students. He comes and learns Veda, who's a trustee of the temple. So why I'm telling is that Ammavaru is live. She will definitely oblige whatever we want. So that's why when even this to all these ಶಿರಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟಾದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಬಂಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಖಡ್ಗ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಮ್ಮವಾರಿಗೆ ಥ್ರೆಟನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ತಿಷ್ಟ ತಿಷ್ಟ ಅಂದರೆ ಥ್ರೆಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ದೇವಿ ದಟ್ ಶಿ ಮೇ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್, ಶಿ ಮೇ ರನ್ ಅವೇ, ಶಿ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ರಾಕ್ಷಸಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ pouncing on her. So, but they are telling her, no, 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 you should not run away. Stay on, we want to fight. So look at the Yuddhotsaha on the side of Ravanas, Yuddhotsaha on the side of Durgamma, and both put together, there is a great war. In that great powerful combat, there are not only the Rakshasa Sainyam being put down, there are also elephants, horses, all other, because Varana Asura Vajinam Asura Sainyasya Madhye, and there is a blood streams, Nadi. This Rakta Nadi was there on the ground. In the Rakta Nadi only, wading through that, all the Rakshasas and Amvar went on fighting it. So imagine a war, imagine Devi, imagine Rakshasas, and see that how would be the battleground when that kind of terrible ones going on. And another point I want to mention, see, when all the Vanara Sainyam was put down in the battleground, next morning Ravana and still more Rakshasas had to come to fight. There are no many powerful Vanara Veeras to fight. At that, even Anjaneya was also injured very much, and he was moaning in falling down on the ground. Then Jambavan, taking a torchlight in the night, wanted to search where all Anjaneya is there. So Hanuman. So he went on putting with a lamp, came to, and ultimately hit upon that Anjaneya with the pain and falling down on the ground, groaning, and with all injury and all that. Then Hanuman, that Jambavan says, no, 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 if you are one living, all Vanaras will be living. Go to Sanjeevani Parvatam, bring that Mrita Sanjeevani drug, and let only Vanaras get up. So immediately, in spite of injuries and blood oozing out, etc., Hanuman went to the Parvatam, brought that, and there was a desire that only Vanara Sainyam must come back to life, not the Rakshasas who are killed there in the battleground. That's again a magic. So Rama Bhakti, because Bhakti to Rama, they are just pledging their life for the sake of Sugriva, for the sake of Rama, for the sake of Sita, and therefore all Vanaras became fresh. They came back to, there is a lot of magic also in the war. So all Vanaras became fresh, and next morning when Rakshasas with Ravana come to battle, they were all amazed to look back. The same Vanaras who were subdued in the previous days, they are all ready to fight with them. Ravana was at no wit's end. So that's our description in Yuddhakanda. In fact, I remember just in front of, there is a Dharmapalipana Sangha, something like that, in front of Sankaramatham. I just spoke for 2 hours on Yuddhakanda only. And I was given opportunity by those authorities to speak only on Yuddhakanda of Ramayana. They were doing something. So I remember the Ramayana is not a small book, and any slokam is a Mahamantram in Ramayana. So Ramayana, Durga Saptasati, because even Durga is also one deity who has been worshipped by Rama. So Lakshmanagraja Pujitayai Durgambikayai Namo Namaha. Lakshmanagraja Pujitayai means that Lakshmana also is a devotee of Durgamma, and Lakshmana's brother Rama also is a devotee of Rama, because both of them are in the battle. Because we don't know whether any battle was fought by Bharata or Shatrughna or no, they are only to take care of the land, people, and dharmam in the city. But Rama and Lakshmana, so thereby in Ramavataram, see, Vishnu divided himself, two in Ayodhya to protect the Ayodhya, and two to kill Ravanasura. That's why the Vishnu became four, divided himself into four: Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughnas, and that is the secret there. So I think I can stop here, and I hope next week we'll complete one section of this, that Mahishamardini Durga Ambikayai Namaha, Saradam Srungeri Saradambikayai Namo Namaha, Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu, Sakala Ishtartha Siddhirastu. Om Tat Sat.
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु श्रीवासुदेवार्पणमस्तु श्रीवेदपुरुषाशीर्वादोऽस्तु ॐ श्रीमातृचरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु ॐ तत्सत् ಹರಿ ಓಂ ನಮಸ್ತೆ
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಗೀತಾ ಏನಮ್ಮ
ಹ್ಮ್.
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ಮುಂದೆ ಶಾರದಾನ್ನವ್ರದ್ದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓದಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಉಪದೇಶ ಆಯ್ತು. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಇವತ್ತು ಮುಹೂರ್ತ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ನನಗೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ಮಂಡೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ಜ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು, ವೈ ಆರ್ ಯು